Hello everyone, I'm Tim from Tim's PC and I build custom PCs to suit anyone's needs or budget. I always
He always coughs.
I always cough and stuff up my words. No, I build custom PCs to suit anyone's needs or budget. I also live stream my builds and repairs for transparency and educational purposes. So if you would like to get an awesome new PC and you'd like to see it put together live, send me a message today. Alrighty, so we're off to a really good start here tonight for live stream number 2 today. So this is we would definitely call this one the main event. So if you caught part of the last stream, we were just building a budget 5600G sort of entry-level gaming PC, just general home use PC. And now we're going to be building a much more serious gaming PC. So this PC we're building tonight is for Tristan. So Tristan is a local here in Brisbane, so he's just going to be able to pick this up tomorrow, which will be good. Looks like Mick's here. Hey Mick, how you going?
Buddy and Mrs. Hey Mick.
Mrs. Love it.
Like that.
Love it. Alrighty. Well, let's go through the components here tonight. So starting here, we've got, I'll talk about our memory. We're meant to have another kit of this. I don't know how that got missed, but it got left off the order and I only have one kit. So we'll be installing a second kit of this tomorrow before it gets picked up. We've got an i7-10700KF CPU here, so 8 core, 16 thread CPU, unlocked and overclockable. What have we got here?
Yeah, good mate. Glad the week's over. Indeed.
Yeah,
This
definitely.
was my 6-day week.
Yes,
So
this is
so
a
glad it's
long
Friday.
week for Christine.
Now I've got a 3-day weekend. Yay.
Yeah. Because of, what is it on Monday?
Queen's birthday.
Queen's birthday in Queensland, I think. Rami's here. Hey Rami, how you going?
Rami.
Alright, so we've got our motherboard here. I'll show you this in a little bit more detail when we unbox it, but it's the ASRock Z590 Steel Legend Wi-Fi 6E. So I've done a couple with this board before, so we've got a Kingston NV1 500GB NVMe SSD, and we've also got a WD 1TB 7200 RPM hard drive there as well. And the main star of our show is the Asus Dual 3060 Ti. So this is
I like this one.
basically a bigger version of the Dual Mini. So it's going to be a similar card, similar binning with the GPU itself. So similar performance, but in the full size package this time. So put that one down there and out of the way for now.
Jared's here. How you going, peeps?
Hey Jared, how you going?
Hey.
So we've got 4 addressable RGB fans that we're going to be adding. Also going to be adding this 240mm all-in-one liquid cooler here, the Silverstone PF240. And we've got a 650 watt Cooler Master Watt 80 plus bronze rated power supply with the 5-year warranty. And you're probably sick of it by now, but we've got the Deep Cool Matrax 55-inch mesh.
I like this case.
It's a nice case. It's a nice case, and it's at a really good price at the moment. So,
How
yeah,
much is it?
$59.
Oh, that's a steal.
It's too cheap for what it is. So you can get this and basically add your fans to it and stuff like that, and it's a reasonable price case. And you can use whatever fans you want, whatever. Yeah, it comes with nothing though. It comes with absolutely nothing. No black fan on the back or anything. It's just an empty case.
Slate, though.
It's a complete blank slate. So, alrighty. Well, let's get started with this motherboard.
Indeed. I like this one.
Oh, ASRock and their big packages. See, if I put this up like in a normal position, you can barely see me. I barely fit over the top of it.
Hide behind it.
I can its box is actually upside down, but I can hide behind it, and you don't even know I'm here. You can probably see the top of my chair. It probably looks like it's an empty chair.
I can see knees.
Oh, there you go. So you know I'm actually there. Alright.
Jared says, thanks to my holidays missing my PC.
Oh no! Ah.
I'm glad you're on
But at least
holidays,
you're on holidays, so that's good.
Mixes cheap case, very good value.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Tim, where are you?
I know, right? Okay.
Robbie says, hi, Tim. Hey, Robbie.
So no one ever accused ASRock of shit, like doing shitty packaging on their more premium boards. Might be brown cardboard, but it's
Box could be black.
yeah, but it's a pointless.
No, I'm saving on dye.
Yeah. So we've got an anti-sag bracket here, I believe. Probably won't be installing that. We've got a little ASRock Steel Legend keychain. So you want to rock that bling on your keys, you can.
I have one on
Got
my
some
bag.
SATA cables, and we've got 2 Wi-Fi antennas. Each antenna sold separate. Might even just rip these open now and leave them with all my screws. We even get some ASRock little Velcro things for tying down our cables. I normally don't use them.
Oh, they're pretty crappy usually.
Yeah, a little bit annoying. We've got some M2 screws and offsets here. We get our interactive CD-ROM, and we get the shortened version and the big version. What do we get? Yeah, it's just a shortened, simplified version of that. Oh, don't forget, you get your ASRock Steel Legend postcard.
Oh, I love those things. They're so cool.
Yeah, don't forget that. It's really important. And you get your ASRock Steel Legend Go Faster stickers,
Yeah,
an
you
assortment of them. So, I mean, that stuff there in the box is normally disposed of because, of course, the manual and stuff is available as a PDF download from the website.
Tim, Robbie says, Tim, when did the tickets go on sale at TikTok?
Ah.
Tim, comedy man, easy. Ooh, I like that.
Alrighty, I'll need these pliers, because even once we get it out, we're still not done with the packaging on the motherboard here. We've got some more. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now we have freed our motherboard.
Whenever you like count things, it makes me think count from Sesame Street.
1. Alrighty, so this is our board here. So it's quite a nice looking
There's some
motherboard.
sticky on.
There is a little bit of sticky, isn't there? It's just this one piece up here. There's nothing on the I/O shield. Alrighty, so let's have a look at what we get here on this motherboard. So we get a massive 16-pin CPU power delivery on this. This is meant to support the massively power hungry 11th gen Intel CPUs to support insane overclocking, so you can have an Intel chip and feel like it's as good as a Ryzen 5000 chip, but really the wattages don't line up.
That board looks hot.
And so for our power delivery, I'm pretty sure it's 16 phase power here. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 13, 15 phase power. So quite as much as I thought, but it's still pretty beefy. We've got dual channel memory here, obviously our Intel LGA 1200 socket. We've got our CPU fan header. We've got a 5 volt and 12 volt RGB header there. We've got our 24 pin ATX power, the main power for everything on our motherboard. We've got USB-C front panel connection, USB 3 front panel connection, and we've got 4 low profile horizontally orientated, that's a bit of a mouthful, SATA ports there. And then we have fan header number 2 here, then fan header number 3, 2 more SATA ports, in the vertical orientation there. And then what have we got down here? We have a front panel connection for our power reset switch. Then above it we have our diagnostic speaker header. Then over here we have our trusted platform module header. And then we've got another 2 fan headers down here. We've got a clear CMOS header just above that USB 2. And we've got 2 more USB 2s obviously there. We've got another USB 3. Then we've got a 12 volt RGB header, a 5 volt RGB header, and then we've got this other one that looks kind of like a 5 volt RGB header, but the pins are bigger and they're square. And this one is for like old school graphics cards. Some sound cards have a connection like that. Those 3 pins are actually the same as that. But they're both Sony Philips digital interface. So if you see on the back there, it says SPDIF, so Sony Philips digital interface. If we have a look, it doesn't mark it as Sony Philips digital interface, but that's what those 3 pins down there are for. So you used to, before graphics cards used like HDMI, running sound through them was a thing, and you used to have to hook up sound if you wanted to get sound to run through it. So yeah, it was a little bit different, but it's a little bit of a sort of like a relic, I guess you could say, in this day and age. Then what else have we got? We've got looks like a Thunderbolt connector there, and that's about it. We've got our audio here, another fan header around the side there, and then we've got all of our ports here at the back.
Do you want a glass of water? Or
Yeah,
something?
I think so.
It's keep coughing.
The more I talk, the more I like cough. Anyway, we've got looks like it's the single gigabit Ethernet port here. It doesn't say 2.5 on it. We've got 2 USB 3.2s there, one Type C and one Type A. We've got 2 USB 3s there. We've got our Wi-Fi 6 and Bluetooth 5.1 there. We've got a DisplayPort and HDMI port. Neither of them will be in use for this build because we have an Intel chip with an F at the end of the name. And we have our 2 USB 2.0s plus a PS2 port there as well. And that pretty much just brings us to this stuff around in the center. So I'll talk about probably the first thing that most people will sort of comment on. What's this little thing here? So that's the Wi-Fi. So if we have a look close, it says M2 Wi-Fi. And this is called a CNVI Wi-Fi module. And whether you've got an AMD board or an Intel board, these are made by Intel. So you might have an AMD CPU. Is there?
Yeah, I see it.
So you might have an AMD CPU, but you will have Intel drivers on your PC. Because if you have a Wi-Fi card, it's probably got one of these little chips inside it. Because that's where all the magic happens. It's on that. These are the antenna that run up the back here and come out here. So Christine has got me a nice drink of water here. This is why all the people on live TV always have like a glass of water, so they don't like cough while they're trying to talk, because you talk so much and without like a break. So anyway, for our M2 slots here, we've actually got a total of 3 M2 slots on this board. So we've got this one here, which you might not have even noticed, but there's one there. And then we've got 2 here under these heat shields. Well, vodka, yeah, that'll do it. It's a solvent, that'll dissolve anything that's in the back of my throat there. So we've got our PCIe X16 slot. We have a X4 slot down here. It's X16 length, but X4. And then we have 3 X1 slots. And I'll show you something interesting with these X1 slots here. They are open-ended.
Yeah, you can see. Move back a little bit. Yeah,
So
there you
you can see on one end of them, they're open. So you could plug like a full-length graphics card into that little X1 slot. And it'll work, but not at full capacity, of course. And so if you were running like graphics cards for like mining or something like that, you could actually just plug those directly into the motherboard there. So you've got, yeah, so you've got, yeah, you'd have to have like pretty skinny graphics cards to fit them all in a row there, but stranger things have been done. Anyway, but that's all of the main features here on our motherboard. So obviously our chipset lives under here, the B550. It's a pretty nice looking heat sink there. We're not going to take this off.
The sticky over, sometimes they put sticky over.
No, that's like a bit of rubber.
Yeah. Oh. Huh. Interesting.
Yeah.
I thought that was like a hard piece of plastic.
No.
Or something.
No. So yeah, that's all of the main features of the motherboard. So a pretty good board, in my opinion. What's that?
I said I like it, but I like mine.
Yeah. Alrighty, let's get started prepping this board. So with our Intel K series CPUs, we don't get a cooler or anything like that. It's just a CPU in a box. So obviously our pins are in the socket here with Intel CPUs and soon to be AMD CPUs. So AMD Threadripper, their workstation CPUs, they already use the same socket that Intel do. It's actually relatively cheap. You can pick this board up for about $200, which, considering the features on it, is a relatively good buy. Alright, so we've got our CPU there in the socket. Put our M2 drive in. I'll probably use this slot that's going to be out of reach after we install our graphics card. So this will get covered up by our graphics card. There we go. Alrighty. And so our memory, what slots are we using first? B2 and A2. So our silicon power memory. It's actually pretty good with the memory. The photos of this stuff online, I don't believe, really do it justice. And so we got 2 more DIMMs to put in there tomorrow. Alrighty, so that board's coming along. We'll get our cooler installed now. And so Christine's excited because she's got her tax back and she's got a heap of like upgrade stuff for her computer.
Yeah, I want it to be tomorrow so I can, get out my computer. I'm peeling. I'll upload some photos, maybe some short videos.
Yeah.
I think we'll have to, because the thing is, her computer's the streaming computer.
Stream it. That's the thing. I want to stream it, but I can't.
It's too complicated to move her capture cards into my PC and all that. I've got a custom side mount bracket in place, so we can't just put those other ones in. No. Sorry, not gonna happen. Okay, so we've got an Intel CPU here, so we're going to need our backplate. And we won't need this RGB controller, got too many of them. We will need this. We don't need these
have a switch channel.
LGA 1200. Here's our bolts we do need.
I do have the Instagram account.
Yes.
And soon there will be a business account.
We're going to install our DC Molex cable to the pump because we're going to power that direct, so it won't ever get it won't ever be run at like the wrong sort of speed. And a splitter. And some generic thermal paste.
Some shameless plug-in here. If you want to check out my photos, check out Australia Girl 90 Instagram.
There you go. Australia Girl 90 Instagram. Check it out.
I will have, an official Instagram and Facebook thing going on soon, but yeah.
Yeah, she's a very good amateur photographer.
I'm trying.
Alrighty, so yeah, with these plates here, there's 3 notches for Intel and for LGA 1200 and 1151 and all that. Use the middle slot there. All right. So we've got our back plate on there. We've got these little feet here that stop you from over tightening the bolts. Alrighty, that is all good to go. We've got a couple of Silverstone air blazers here. And so it will be mounted like this on our case. So it's going to go down around here. So I prefer that to it being like this, because I don't like the cables being above the graphics card, because the graphics card gets hot and it's like having a heating element underneath the thing. I don't like to do that. So you'll always see me mount it like this. I'm not saying you're wrong if you don't mount it like that. That's just my logic. I'm sure it makes absolute sweet FA difference in thermals which way it goes. Set the thermal down. Alrighty. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm just going to put that down. I want to get this. So one of the things you want to do when you position these is get the cables running where you want them to run. So I like to sort of put them so it runs behind the feet, so it better conceals the cable as we run it out the back. That's looking very good. What?
Like really sharp and white to match the motherboard.
But we've got a black case.
Yeah, I know.
This config still looks pretty good because the white accents on the motherboard reflect all the RGB light in the case, so it looks really good.
Like thinking with the white cooler as well.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I'll give you that. However, the white one's out of stock in the Silverstone.
Okay.
So if we wanted to get a cooler for, you know, no more than $130, we're stuck with pretty much this one or the MSI one. But I don't like the MSI one because, well, it's not that I don't like it. I do like it, but I don't like it when I'm looking to top mount the radiator because the pump is in the radiator.
Oh yeah, I always forget about that one with the MSI one.
Yeah, that's
it's
the only. It's the one that's a little bit different.
Yeah.
So that's the only reason. luckily this one is not one that they produced right before they changed the drill bit out. So I can actually screw these bolts in pretty effortlessly there. Okay. So, it's starting to take shape. That's all looking pretty good there. Now we've got more fans to screw in. More fan action. Not only fan action, just ordinary fan action. You know what that is, right? Only fans? Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know what that means.
I'm just checking that you've been keeping up on that.
Yeah. I'm up with
They were
the
gonna ban cam girls from OnlyFans, and there was huge backlash.
Yeah,
and
I
they're
know,
like,
because
nah.
that's the only
That was
thing
the only thing people were
watch.
doing.
Maybe I should start an account. No.
Be like Nine's Wide World of Sports going, yeah, we're no longer covering like the NRL. We're not considering that as part of the wide world of sports anymore. You can. Okay, well let's do the easy one first. Because I'm just that kind of guy. What?
Oh, my arm hurts.
Oh yeah, we had our COVID vaccines today.
First dose.
Yes. So I haven't got a blood clot and died, or like haven't turned magnetic. Definitely haven't turned magnetic.
No.
God, those conspiracy theorists say.
Oh, wait. I need to hold something. Sorry, nah. It slipped right off. Let's do it again. Nah.
Have you seen the video of the woman at the school board meeting who tries to demonstrate it and it doesn't work, and then she like fails to show it, and then she's like, well, so how do you explain that? At the end, and I'm just like, what the... LOLWOT question mark. That's what it is.
Ronnie says, someone say only fan and the PC.
Okay, so now we've got the rest of these fans.
I kind of like those boxes though. They're sturdy.
Yeah, they're good, but like these aren't the sort of fans that regular people should be buying. Because they're not daisy chainable. So unless you have a plan...
Here's a question for you. Ronnie says, Tim, not that I would do this, but if I was to watch the UFC from one of those Russian sites, how do I stop the malware or crap that comes with it? Max seems to stop it, but I'm not sure when Windows will stop it.
Well, I mean, all that kind of stuff you can usually stop with like ad blockers, but the problem is sometimes when you get onto those sites, they won't let you on there if you're running software like that. So, yeah, a little bit. I mean, all you can do is maybe try different VPN services and see if you have success with one of them sort of allowing you to run ad blockers or whatever. But yeah, unfortunately with any of that dark web stuff, man, that's, yeah, costs of doing business.
The new tripod.
No, he doesn't.
Love it. He doesn't rub himself on it.
Yeah.
So good.
Who would have thought that just like getting a tripod with a different finish on the
different
metal?
Texture. Like he sniffed it once and he's like, no.
Yeah. Okay. Alright. You want to help, babe?
And the cat's being sook.
You're right.
What's up?
Can you just hold the fan there so I can... Alright. There's one.
I've got it.
Yep. It's two. Alright, sweet. Now I should be able to get the rest in on my own. I think I'm capable of that.
Ronnie says, wouldn't it be smart to have the three fans run off one cable? Like, I know people buy them individually, the damn cables.
Yeah, so, I mean, like, Leon Lee with their uni fans tried to address that, but...
I do like that, but I don't like the fact that the fans don't light up. I don't like that.
Yeah, but you can get the ones, you can get the versions...
Oh,
that,
yeah, that...
you can get a version that
Oh,
does.
I forgot. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you can get a version that does, but the thing is, I guess, it's just another, like, you can't really go wrong with a cable. If you've got a bad cable for a fan, you could just, like, rip that cable out and attach a new cable. That's easy. If something goes wrong with, like, a system that links all the fans together, like the uni fans, then that's potentially just gonna make it harder to fix it.
I get the, like, right power as well.
Yeah, well, the power delivery through the system, because see, whenever you...
When you have three, you have to have, like, one cable on either end of it, otherwise it's not gonna... Yeah.
Yeah, well, we only had problems with it doing white, which is where when it does white, here's a bit of lesson for everyone. So if you don't know how RGB lighting works, there's basically a value for the blue, a value for the green, and a value for the red. And if you move all of those colors to the maximum value, it displays white light. So if you're showing white lights on your RGB setup, that's running at full power. So that was where we had problems with the RGB circuit on Adam's build. So yeah, like it's just mixtures. All the colours are just mixtures of different amounts of red, green, and blue light. So yeah, white is a mixture of all of them at full intensity. Okay, that's all good. I just gotta we didn't get much vibration. I don't think we didn't get much vibration with that. Take my chances. Alright, so let's just feed all these cables through. I think I'm getting sick. It's the COVID vaccine. I'm already dying. I've got COVID from it. Oh, Rodney, I don't do the cryptocurrency thing. Like personally, I don't do it. I don't have my, I don't have any money tied up in cryptocurrency. I'm one of those big picture guys, and it's not a sustainable thing for everyone running their graphics cards like all night, working on blockchains and shit. It's just not a smart way for humans to use energy. So while there might be some gains in it, and while I don't object to anyone doing it, I just sort of think there's got to be a better way of, having an electronic currency than how it currently is. Because big warehouses full of graphics cards just running at full ball all day around the world need power plants just to run the graphics cards. It just bothers me on some way, One of those things that you can't just quickly in a sentence put your finger on why you don't like it and why it's bad, but it feels intuitive, that yeah, that can't be the future, if you know what I mean. I'd say the whole electronic currency thing will probably change quite dramatically over the next 10 to 15 years, and because it will become, inevitably it will become more mainstream, and with that will become like the market will become more stable, so the currency will be more stable, I guess. That would be the fundamental thing that's going to change with it. And with it being more stable, there won't be this boom-bust cycle that's going on. Because right now, with the boom-bust cycle, people know how to make money off that. So, yeah. I'd say, I think Sweden announced that they have a national electronic currency now. So we'll be watching what happens with that and how that changes things. But yeah, it's just like any hot investment thing. It's not really too much different, not really too fundamentally different to the stock market and stuff in a lot of ways. You can go and look for small companies and put a heap of money into them for a small short-term gain where they pick up relatively like 1,000%. You can just short sell on that. Like there's always people out there who are gonna be trying to find the easiest way to make money.
Boy, Tim, his name's Buddy.
Oh no, another buddy, another cat.
Yeah, him and his bonded pair pudding. He looks really scared. So I'm looking. I'm gonna space.
Yes, a bit of news on the mining front for those that do partake in a bit of mining is that oh geez, what was I going to say about that? Is that the limited hash rate cards from NVIDIA? There is apparently a way where you can get about not full hash rate, but you can get back to about 80% of the original hash rate. So that's a good thing for crypto miners and potentially not such a good thing for gamers who are after a graphics card and want to see prices continue to drop. So yeah, watch this space over the next couple of months. So if you bought a computer recently, you might have actually got a good deal. So we just got to see what happens. Like Rodney just said, Bitcoin up 9.7%. So let's see what happens. Can you go back to the... Alrighty, so let's get our motherboard in the case. Yeah.
You read that comment now?
Yes. Yeah, that's what I was just talking about. The Bitcoin. The Bitcoin up. Yeah. Like I said, I don't personally partake, but yeah. it is. It's something that's going to become
We do
more
have
and more
one friend
legitimate.
that we actually know. Kang, he made like 50,000.
Yeah. We've got we know people.
He's been doing it before it was like huge.
Yeah, he was in there with the original boom from Bitcoin.
Yeah.
He was onto it. He was onto it ages ago, so that's worked out pretty good for him. Alrighty, and we've got to put that one last offset in place because ASRock like to be difficult.
Only since I've got a massive $100 in it.
What's that? You got a massive $100 of it. Yeah. Yeah, I mean you can I mean people play with Bitcoin and they don't actually mine it. You don't have to be a miner to invest in it. So oh jeez, I can't get that. I need
I see it too close gambling for me.
yeah.
I don't do pokies or anything like that, so yeah, I don't do Bitcoin or anything.
Yeah. No, I mean I'll build someone a mining rig. I've done it
Yeah.
before and stuff. I've got you do you. I'm just a big picture kind of guy, and I'm just like, we can't all be doing this seriously. We can't all be doing it. Alrighty, so got that crappy piece. I'm gonna swap that because we're not actually going to be utilising slot 1 on this board, I don't believe. We're going to be utilising slots 2 and 3 for the graphics card. So I'm going to pop them out now, even though there's not much on the board over there to get in the way, which is good. But yeah, sometimes people with cases like this, like amateurs who build PCs, they'll like just rip these off at the end and they'll snap off a capacitor or a resistor or something off the motherboard and then problems.
When he says I can't be bothered running, I've got Fortnite to play against those 30-year-olds.
Yeah!
Yeah, you better smash them.
Yeah. I mean, half of them will be on pretty shitty internet connections anyway, right?
Oh, I know a 16-year-old she's like coming up in the world of gaming.
Oh yeah, they're out there.
She got some hate recently. Some dude was like really upset that she beat him, and he was like sending all this like rude stuff.
Oh.
She's only 16, man. Come on. It's a game.
People get real serious about it. Alright. Okay. Oh, I might put the hard drive in before I actually put the motherboard in. Because I'll forget until the very end. Yeah. Yep.
He's like grown up around computers. They have like tablets when they're like 4.
They've just got those youthful reflexes and stuff. And the youthful endurance. What?
I've heard about that one. Probably says to me, have you seen the new game, New World? It's a graphic card intensive. too bad.
I'm
I haven't actually seen Tim check it out yet.
no,
so
I don't think I've looked at that in any serious detail. So
it's been a bit of a hit
Send me-
recently.
send me a message and I'll have a look at that. But normally, if you look up a game and you look up what the recommended system specifications are, and then you go something better than that, that's generally what you want. Because there's like minimum requirements and recommended requirements. Yeah.
Rodney says it's rounding. I'm just around it.
Yeah, alright. No, that can't be right. That's really weird.
What's wrong?
I don't have the standard, like, screw holes on the back of this drive tray.
Hmm?
Like I said, I don't have the standard screw holes on this drive tray. Okay. Alright. Comes all the way back here then. That's fine. Yeah, that's still clearance. So hats. I'm running out of things to talk about.
Tomorrow's birthday. Cat.
Oh, that's fun. But he's not too bad.
No. Well, if I get him in the shower with him, he's like, "Oh, why are you wetting me? You're in here too. Why are we getting wet?"
Well, mate, you heard the storms the other night. Okay. See, I already built a PC today and it was way quicker than this. So I feel like this is taking ages. And I don't think it
It's
is.
less than 58 minutes.
We've only been live, yeah.
59.
Yeah, but I had like the whole thing like done. Not a whole lot. Okay, and we don't have any cables that we need to run behind the board. Maybe one on the edge there. That's not going to be a big deal. So I'll just do these up quickly, I reckon.
Can I just...
Yeah, you can just leave that there. The hard part's getting it in the case, as you know.
Yeah. Stop to my foot. Is tomorrow yet?
Soon. Oh, that's a thicker thread one. painful. Alright, I might leave those 3 up there unscrewed so I can run a couple of fan cables up the back. Alrighty. Can I grab your assistance again? Not hurting your arm, is it?
No.
There you go. It was hurting your arm.
No, it wasn't. It was just making it tired. You know what I mean? It's not hurting, but it's just tired.
Alrighty. That is that. And that is that. And now we just have this. Do I have to?
Spiderweb.
Do I have to?
Yes.
Do I have to sort through this?
Yes.
Really?
It's your job. That's what you're paid to do, Tim.
I know, literally. No, it's not a big deal.
He's just having a whinge.
I just feel like I've already done this today because I usually do 1 live stream a day, but I've already done one, so it's.
Well, you're gonna have to get used to doing maybe 2 a day, Tim.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe you should start earning a bit more money so I don't have to work anymore and I can help you more.
Yeah, well, I'd like that.
He says, well, wasn't there a movie made about that, Tim?
What's that?
And he said, well, wasn't there a movie made about that, Tim?
About what? Cables. The Cable Guy. That's a good movie. Is that Jim Carrey? No. You know the movie I'm talking about? The Cable Guy? Plugging our Molex power cable here for our pump. Yeah. Jim Carrey?
I
Yeah.
haven't seen that movie.
Oh, really? Oh, that's like a cult classic.
I love Jim Carrey. Maybe I should.
You should download it if you haven't seen The Cable Guy. Oh, man. Were you even born in the 90s?
I was born in 1990. Thank you very much. Was that any more 90s for you?
I guess maybe you should have been born in the 80s for this one. Might have been a bit too young for it in the 90s.
Oh, hang on. Well, I think I have like seen bits and pieces of it, but I didn't know what was going on.
Ah.
So I do remember that scene. And whatever. Oh no, that's a crown. It's like one of these things. Eh? Oh, I don't know what's going on. I need to download that movie. Tim?
Yeah.
It says hello to you both from the orange. Hey Pete.
Hey, how you going? Probably better than me struggling with this CPU power cable.
You really need to do that before you put the cooler in.
Yeah, I know, but see, it doesn't look like it's going to be too big a deal.
Yeah, but to save yourself some struggle. Do you want me to do that?
No.
No, you got it?
See, I can still do it. That wasn't an unacceptable delay. Okay. So, what's going to be our RGB solution here?
Do you need this anymore?
No, you can get rid of that.
Do you want these?
Yeah, leave it in there.
Is there anything inside this you need?
No. So
I think you need to go to the recycling bin tonight.
I think so.
Yeah. I'm not going to fit anything else in there. On top.
That's a Corsair controller. No.
Can I get it in there? Haha. Fits. I don't think you can get anything else inside that.
Oh, you watch me. Okay, so I've got this Cooler Master controller here that we might utilize. I look like I'm missing a cable there for that.
go. We shouldn't need that. And I'll leave that plugged in. Okay, so we've got this controller that we're going to mount somewhere. Probably like up there. Okay, so one fan. Let's get our wires crossed here.
What's gonna happen, mate? You need to have a bath tomorrow. You need to be able to fucking brush your tummy. You need to have a bath. Yes.
He doesn't like it.
It needs to happen, otherwise he's gonna get mats in his belly.
Yeah, I know. You don't have to convince me. Okay, so we've got one addressable cable here. Oh, I hate these 3 pins. I hate them as much as the CPU fan headers. There we go. Bastard.
So we can plug these front fans in down the bottom here. Plug all these just directly into the motherboard. Okay, and then we've got the daisy chainable RGB with these ones back here. These untangled. Okay. Fan, RGB. Okay, so we've got 3 more fans. And we'll probably use this 3-to-1 splitter here. There we go. So we can go ahead and just tie these back. This one zip tie and just kind of stash it away in the corner there, that'll be fine. And now we have our final lot of RGB. Alright, that's not a very good fit. So I'm going to put some electrical tape around these just to make sure that they stay connected. Alrighty. And then we've got the daisy chainable RGB fans hooked up. Alrighty, we're coming along here. So I'm going to route these cables up here so they're going to be out of the way. Okay, so what do we got? What are our options for USB 3? Oh, definitely up here. Okay, it's coming along. So we've got our main power here for the motherboard. So I'm going to route that like the same kind of way as the USB 3. Get one cable tie to hold this in position here. Alrighty. So we've got everything all, oh shit, nearly. We've got everything all hooked up, except the graphics card. check out this crazy packaging from Asus. So it comes in like this. Now you could just get a knife and cut the plastic, but you're meant to open it up, and then there's these flaps on the bottom, and it releases the graphics card. And the sticky over the back plate in true Asus style. And we'll put these. She can't wait to hold it. There you go. Have a look.
Left it to me.
Is there more sticky on it?
No, I'm rubbing finger marks off shiny bits.
You're going to install it?
Kind of want it.
I can take this off. It'll make
No,
it
no, no, no.
easier.
It's alright.
You gotta very carefully angle it in. It looks like you're in position now.
Oh no. No. Can you please?
I'll allow it.
Haha!
That sounded like a click.
Dun.
Click, click.
That is in.
I did it right!
Yeah, they're a little bit clunky to install.
Would have been easier if it was laid down.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, that looks pretty good.
Okay, so now I can put the back camera on. Which
I'm
is
sorry.
going to be a real pain in the ass now. I don't think it's going back on without taking the card out again.
Aww. No. Really? Aww.
You have to do it the hard way or no way. I did suggest I'll take it off for you. You just do it like 10,000 times and you'll be right.
His name is Tootie Fruity. Oh, her name, I should say.
Okay, that is
No.
one gaming PC.
That cat looks like the little one.
It does, eh?
Oh, her name is Ronnie. Oh, I like that name. Oh, she's so cute.
Remember what you said, you're never getting another female cat.
Yeah, I know, but oh my gosh, look at that face.
Looks like a Nedic.
Oh, she's so cute.
Alrighty. Initial signs of life.
Meow.
Yeah.
Snake.
Snake.
His name is Trigger.
Trigger. Alrighty, do you want to do the honors? Alright, we're posting. Just moved the controller over to motherboard control, so the lights are synced for the fans, that is. Drive 0.
Your sneeze. Two.
Yeah, hang on. Jesus, that's a very underweight snake.
The poor thing.
Holy shit.
I want to adopt him and put him in my roof so he can eat some of the fucking possums that are around here.
Oh.
Poor thing. He's so skinny. You can see his backbone. Like,
Oh.
you should not see the backbone of the python.
No.
Of course, the cable got stuck. Yeah. Yeah, it's a cat.
I'll admit, it looks like a very catly cat. I'll give you that.
So cute.
My wife's looking at pets for adoption. And she keeps showing me things and going, "Oh."
Shut up.
Cat. Yellow-eyed cat. Okay. So we want App Shop. Oh yeah, we can go App Shop.
This name's very fast.
Oh god, no. Can't have that.
Oh, it's a ginger one too. Oh
Okay. So we'll install a Acronis True Image for WD. It's our graphics card driver.
no.
Oh, it's going to force restart on me. Oh, that's always fun. Alrighty, after it very rudely decided to force a restart on me. It's going to do its thing. Let me go back to the actual stream. No one's commented for a while, that's good. Okay, okay, so apparently I don't have a BIOS update for this one.
Why is there an ad coming up? That's a bit different. It's an ad for Bitdefender. Yeah.
Okay.
bit, kind of. Yeah.
It's so annoying. That's the only thing I don't like about the ASRock install utility is it makes you restart after every time. It's just very, very tedious. I just feel like you've just got to stop. You don't get anything done. You're not making productive use of the time. I usually try and go and do something else, but you know, it's like getting late at night now. Alright, we won't have any more reboots now. set up MSI Afterburner. Everything else is pretty much done. What's wrong with the cat?
He thinks he wants more food.
Huh. I think he knows he wants more food, but he thinks he might be able to get some more food. Okay. There we go. So we should be looking pretty good. Get rid of that crappy mail app. You don't want that. There's our graphics card. There's our 10700KF. Some memory, not running at 3200. We'll fix that anyway. Alright, let's set up our hard drive. Okay, let's sort out the BIOS and let's sort out the XMP profile. So what version have we got here? Version 1.1, and we're going to version 1.8. Sweet. Alright, so that'll do a BIOS update. We'll get the XMP working at full speed, and then we'll do the benchmarks and stress test. That's a cat. Okay, so we are back in Windows now. Oh, but has that fixed our XMP profile? Is it automatically applied? No. It is meant to be on the auto mode. Let's just disable all these startup apps. We don't need things starting up automatically. Decide what we want to use. Alright, let's get our XMP going on. There we go. Alrighty. Oh, there is one app I didn't install. Actually, there's a couple of apps. Intel Driver Support Assistant. And Intel XTU. There's our 10700KF. So it's basically a 99, sorry, like an i9 9900K. So there we go, 556 was a 9900K, it's a 97 and 99, yeah, right up there. And multi-thread score, $9,900K and 3800X. So let's have a look at some gaming benchmarks. So just the out of the box settings here. Okay, that's looking like it's just about done. Final scene. Sweet as. So we'll do Valley on max settings here. So Ultra, 8x anti-aliasing. Alrighty. So that was Valley Ultra with 8x anti-aliasing. And the final one we do is our 4K benchmark. Alrighty, so yeah, once this one's done, we'll start our stress test, and that'll pretty much be the end of the night. Because I am very tired at this stage. My arm's a little bit sore from the COVID injection. It's not too bad though. Alrighty. So there's our 4K optimized results. Turn that on, and we'll do a 90-minute run. Here we go. Alrighty, so now is the time. If you've got any other final questions for me before I sign off, now is your time to speak. Or your chance, I should say, to speak. So I'm getting really tired at this stage. But yeah, no issues here. This will pass the stress test with flying colours. Alrighty, I think I might leave it there for tonight. Let me find the cursor on the other screen there. So thanks everyone for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you all in the next video.